President Kim Il-sung and General Kim Jong-il were always together on the road of Sunmun-based leadership. President Kim Il-sung, the eternal leader of the Korean people, and Kim Jong-il, General Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea and Chairman of the National Defense Commission of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, always guided the Korean Revolution to victory by dint of Sunmun-based leadership. Kim Jong-il said that the Sunmun-based leadership of the Workers' Party of Korea was started by President Kim Il-sung, and that the Sunmun politics of the Workers' Party of Korea is the inheritance and development of President Kim Il-sung's Sunmun-based leadership over the revolution. He said that it was his unshakable conviction and iron will to accomplish the cause of the Korean Revolution without fail by dint of Sunmun politics, true to the intention of President Kim Il-sung. Kim Jong-il inspected the units of the Korean People's Army that had been inspected by the President. He often recalled the days of the Fatherland Liberation War when he learned President Kim Il-sung's military ideal and theory at the Supreme Headquarters. Division 105 is honored with Kim Jong-il's first star for Sunmun-based leadership. Kim Jong-il has a chat with a soldier he had met when he had accompanied the president on an inspection of the division scores of years ago and stored historical materials on the memorable events in those days. On the historical August 25th, 1960, when President Kim Il-sung inspected this unit and kindled the flame of the Red Flag Company movement, Kim Jong-il put forward a guiding principle that the basic mission of the People's Army should be to defend the party and the leader at all costs. Citizens of the People's Army made a firm pledge to defend the party's central committee headed by President Kim Il-sung at the cost of their lives. With an iron will to develop the People's Army as an army of the leader, an army of the party forever, Kim Jong-il accompanied President Kim Il-sung on the field inspection of the People's Army unit. Cantata to Marshal Kim Il-sung, a song of praise of the leader, was created under the guidance of Kim Jong-il. Kim Jong-il said that a son was created in the People's Army and that he had a son created and signed to demonstrate the unity of the People's Army behind President Kim Il-sung, a unity unbreakable cannot move. Kim Jong-il inspected a post on Mount Tador, birthplace of the slogan "A Match for 100 Fools," and recollected a day when he had visited the post in company with President Kim Il-sung. On February 5th, 1963, President Kim Il-sung had inspected a post and said the following: "All service persons should arm themselves with a revolutionary spirit, fortify their positions and take part in military training more assiduously to make each of them equal to 100 fools, one match for 100 fools." This should be the slogan of the People's Army. Kim Jong-il had led the entire army to strive to meet the requirements of this slogan. At a time when some undesirable elements attempted to find fault with this slogan, the soldiers chiseled this slogan, "A match for 100 fools," into rock with a full determination to become such a warrior as required by the slogan as wished by the party. Kim Jong-il set his lifelong objective to be to maintain and burnish President Kim Il-sung's military ideals and exploits. During the 40-hour-day military training in his university days, Kim Jong-il made a deep, comprehensive study of the president's military ideals and art of command, and analyzed the classic military theories and all experiences and lessons of wars in human history. President Kim Il-sung acknowledged that Kim Jong-il is a perspicacious talent with a broad and rich knowledge of the military and with a power of pen and sword. Kim Jong-il crossed over this toll pass many times on his journey to inspect the People's Army units on the forefront. Scores of years ago, he had also crossed over this pass in company with President Kim Il-sung. In the course of this long and rugged journey to inspect the frontline post, the President had once said to Kim Jong-il, "In the process of my revolutionary struggle, I felt deeply that it is important to strengthen the party and people's power, but it is all the more important to strengthen the army, so I cannot let up a bit in the field inspection of the People's Army units." Under any grim situation, the Korean people remained unperturbed as they were led by President Kim Il-sung and General Kim Jong-il, who regard the military as the topmost concern of state affairs. February 23, 1968, the U.S. armed spy ship Warbler was captured by the Navy of the Korean People's Army. In response to the U.S. aggressive maneuvers, President Kim Il-sung declared that Korea would retaliate for the U.S. retaliation with an all-out war for all-out war. Later, the president recalled that at a time he had drawn strength from Kim Jong-il's remark that he would never release the crewmen unless the U.S. government submitted a letter of apology to us, and that even if the U.S. government presented a letter of apology, he would not allow the return of the ship as it was our duty. The president said that whenever a tense situation reigned over Korea, Kim Jong-il always countered the enemy's provocations with composure and by employing heroic tactics, emerging victorious all the time. When the U.S. imperialists staged a premeditated military provocation against the Democratic People's Republic of Korea in the area of Joint Guard in Panmunjom on August 18, 1976, Kim Jong-il set the entire army and all the people on a war footing while frustrating the enemy's frantic war movements by means of smart tactics. Kim Jong-il bore in mind the truth that weak force of arms cannot smash the enemy's counter-revolutionary offensive, nor guarantee the accomplishment of the revolutionary cause. Kim Jong-il has been energetically carrying on his journey of leadership to strengthen the might of the People's Army, saying that if the People's Army is strong enough, there's nothing to be afraid of. He said that building up the People's Army as a strong pillar unshakable in any adversity was the intention of President Kim Il-sung and is his own unbreakable will. He has been commanding the People's Army perfectly, bringing about a great turn in army building. President Kim Il-sung said that the People's Army has grown up to be strong, revolutionary armed forces, immaculate both in political, ideological aspect and in military and technological aspect, each of its service persons being equal to 100 folds, thus fulfilling with credit the glorious mission as the defender of the party and revolution, the fatherland and the people, entirely as a result of the correct leadership of General Kim Jong-il. The President observed that the People's Army would be able to do anything perfectly well only under the leadership of Kim Jong-il. It was a great honor and fortune for the Korean Army and people to have President Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il as their great leaders. President Kim Il-sung and General Kim Jong-il were always together on the road of Swinburne-based leadership, constantly strengthening the revolutionary armed forces of Korea and thus laying strong political, ideological, military and economic foundations, enabling the Korean Revolution to advance victoriously in any adversity. Recalling the days when he was always together with President Kim Il-sung among the men and officers of the People's Army, Kim Jong-il said that had they neglected the work of strengthening the People's Army, it would have been impossible to defend the socialist system, let alone the destiny of the country and the nation in such a complicated situation as the present. President Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il made every possible effort for the provision of weapons and equipment suitable for the Juche-based art of war and modern warfare, sometimes discussing together about the related problems. It was the intention of President Kim Il-sung and determination of General Kim Jong-il to upgrade the combat efficiency of the People's Army in every possible way, arm all the people and fortify the whole country as an impregnable fortress. The spokespersons of the People's Army are full of joy and delight to have both President Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il in the same place, and have extended the warmest greetings to President Kim Il-sung, who nominated Kim Jong-il as his successor in the cause of Juche-oriented army building. Veteran revolutionary fighters who were loyal to President Kim Il-sung in the days of the anti-Japanese war are full of unyielding conviction to accomplish the revolutionary cause of Juche without fail, and loyal support to President Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il. President Kim Il-sung transferred commandership to Kim Jong-il out of his conviction that succession to leadership over a revolutionary cause with no power of control over the force of arms is meaningless. On December 24, 1991, President Kim Il-sung proclaimed that Kim Jong-il was appointed to the post of Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army. April 9, 1993, he also transferred the duty of the chairman of the National Defense Commission to Kim Jong-il. Kim Jong-il extends an everlasting glory to the Korean People's Army.
오른쪽 조선인민군 장병들에게 영광입니다.
Indeed, President President Kim Il-sung performed the great exploit of having done everything he could for the accomplishment of the Sunmun revolutionary cause for generations. President said that he had spent a large sum of money in his lifetime in doing two things for the people. One for strengthening defense capabilities of the country, another for free education of the children. Said that one of the great exploits performed by President Kim Il-sung was his laying of the strong foundation of the self-reliant defense industry. Korea's victory in its endeavor to defend socialism is the tribute to the dynamic guidance President Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il gave to the defense building in spite of difficulties in the state of affairs in the country. Kim Jong-il also said that Korea's victory in the nuclear standoff with the United States in the 1990s was attributable in the long run to its strong military power. In those days, when the world was apprehensive over the destiny of Korea, Kim Jong-il ordered the whole country, all the people, and the entire army to go into a state of semi-war. Looking back upon that time, Kim Jong-il said, when we had the preparations for talks with the United States on the nuclear problem made, first of all, I directed my effort to strengthening the armed forces, and we could emerge victorious in the war without gunshot with the U.S. imperialists, because we had the armed forces strengthened by the Sunmun leadership. Of his Sunmun leadership, Korea has won one victory after another in the confrontation with the enemy, and Ray In-mol, who had fought in defense of his revolutionary faith in prison for 34 years, could return to his motherland as a victor. Sunmun leadership demonstrating its might far and wide, former U.S. President Jimmy Carter, on his visit to Korea, expressed his admiration for President Kim Il-sung's quality as a great man. The letter of assurance Bill Clinton sent as President of the United States to Supreme Leader Kim Jong-il of Korea, and the agreed framework between Korea and the United States recognized the sovereignty and dignity of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Force must be met with force. We must aim a cannon at the enemy when it points the rifle at us. This is Kim Jong-il's motto. Kim Jong-il's view of arms is that arms are an eternal companion and comrade of a revolutionary. his childhood, he has felt a special attachment to arms. He said that President Kim Il-sung had given him a pistol when he was a child, and that experiencing twists and turns of the revolution, he had felt how precious arms are. He has always been with arms since then. The thunderous response of gunfire in reply to his gunshot echoes across the country. The iron-willed ranks advanced following General Kim Jong-il who is leading the Korean Revolution to victory. President Kim Il-sung said that as long as Korea upholds Kim Jong-il, who frustrates injustice and aggression and leads the socialist cause by course of revolutionary arms, it will always emerge victorious. On April the 25th, 1994, on the 62nd anniversary of the Korean People's Army, President Kim Il-sung gave pistols named Patriot's Hand to the commanding officers of the army, wishing that they would hold high Kim Jong-il's leadership. President Kim Il-sung had taken over from his mother 2 pistols left for him by his father. That national power and national unity are guaranteed by arms, Kim Il-sung told the commanding officers that the entire army should uphold its supreme commander Kim Jong-il and remain faithful to his leadership with arms.
우리 최강한 놈이 잘 받들어, 잘 마시고, 단결하고, 단결이 누구야? 교회 잘 지키고, 그래서 우리 국민들은 더 강화해서 조국통일과 앞으로 세계운동에 일할 것을 바라.
Kim Jong-il regards it as the greatest pleasure of his life to give the soldiers arms as a gift. All the soldiers have become human arms to defend the party and their leader, and this was a sure guarantee for the victory of the Korean Revolution. When he was surmounting all manner of difficulties after death of President Kim Il-sung, with the People's Army as the pillar, he held higher the red flag of revolution which President Kim Il-sung has stood by all his life. I will adhere to the military efforts and exploits of President Kim Il-sung, exalt their brilliance on a new high, and open up the victorious road of the revolutionary cause of Juche by dint of stringent politics. This is a pledge Kim Jong-il made to President Kim Il-sung after the latter's death. Kim Jong-il said, President Kim Il-sung is the author of the Sungun idea, and the history of his revolutionary leadership is the Sungun revolutionary leadership. Reverencing Sunwon as a political thought and revolutionary line, Kim Jong-il formulated it as an integrated political nerve. It was his faith and determination to hold up the People's Army as the driving force of the revolution and realized comprehensively and on a higher standard the Sunwon politics of the Workers' Party of Korea, which started to be enforced late in the 1960s. Kim Jong-il picked up President Kim Il-sung's Sunwon revolutionary leadership. Kim Jong-il inspects units of the People's Army President Kim Il-sung had visited in his lifetime. Looking back upon the achievements President Kim Il-sung had made in the Sunwon revolutionary leadership, Kim Jong-il said, "Whenever I inspect the units of the People's Army, I learn the history of these units. I can find that they all bear the imprints of President Kim Il-sung's leadership. When he was leading the cause of army building, he was always among the masses of soldiers." President Kim Il-sung was indeed a benevolent father of the service persons who was always with them, sharing the bitter and the sweet with them. Sharing the yearnings for President Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-il continued his journey to see the soldiers. The service persons of the People's Army extended warm greetings to Kim Jong-il, who has come to their remote posts through foreign press and lavishes maternal care on them as President Kim Il-sung did. Kim Jong-il inspects even the post facing the enemy position. He said that he visits such units at the forefront with a wish of President Kim Il-sung, who had felt regretful in his lifetime for failing to inspect them because of his old age. He sailed across the high state to see the soldiers. He said, if it is for realizing the behests of President Kim Il-sung on developing the People's Army into the invincible revolutionary forces, I have to go every place where there are soldiers, no matter how dangerous it might be. To defend the people's happiness created by President Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-il continues the journey of his Sungun leadership. Define the goals of the Sungun Revolution to be turning Korea into an incredible fortress equipped with invincible military might and making its people enjoy a happier life with nothing to envy in the world. The Korean people will live in happiness forever under the clear blue sky, free from worry about the enemy's aggressive rule. Yearning for President Kim Il-sung is a source of Kim Jong-il's faith, passion and devotion. Feeling further inspired by the thought of President Kim Il-sung on his road to front-line units, Kim Jong-il has paid much effort to building up the military capabilities. The Korean people will glorify forever the history of leadership by Kim Jong-il, who determinedly embarked on the long road of the Sungun Revolution as President Kim Il-sung had wished it. Thanks to Kim Jong-il's Sungun leadership, the revolutionary armed forces of Korea have created a heyday of its development. All the soldiers of the People's Army are ideologically prepared to defend their leader with their rivals, themselves becoming human bonds. The Korean People's Army have become invincible armed forces equipped with the most powerful means of attack and defense. Led by Kim Jong-il, Korea is now demonstrating its strong defense capabilities with flying colors. The soldiers and people of Korea extend their heartfelt thanks to Kim Jong-il for having defended national dignity and led the victorious Sunmun Revolution true to the instructions of President Kim Il-sung. The Korean people are full of burning determination to uphold the Sunmun politics with loyalty. The entire Korean nation owes its survival to Kim Jong-il's Sunmun politics. Let's repay the grateful Sunmun politics with loyalty. The destiny and future of the Korean compatriots are guaranteed by the Sunmun politics of fortune unique to the nation. This is the unanimous will of all the Korean people in the north, south, and abroad. All the progressive people account on the victory of the revolutionary cause of Juche advancing under Kim Jong-il's leadership. Where the socialist system has firmly been safeguarded and the people's happiness created by dint of Sunmun politics, the spirit to win final victory prevailed. Led by Kim Jong-il, who has always with President Kim Il-sung on the road of the Sunmun-based leadership, Korea will exalt its dignity and power all over the world as the bulwark of future-oriented socialism. So long as our party pursues the Sunmun politics, the day of ultimate victory will surely come. Kim Jong-il.